Yeah, I do this every time my phone is on vibrate, but yet I didn't get all the notifications.
What?
Trying to fix the camera.
Is the camera tilted again? No. Looks so serious.
I know. You look mean, yo.
I know.
Why don't you smile or something? Put your hair down. Stay a while.
Hello, hello, hello. Whoever is watching. I'm not trying to look mean. I can't, like, the loading, I can't, it doesn't load. Okay, we're finally here. Hey, Lou.
How's everybody doing today?
Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Cam. I don't see what else that is. Hello, hello, hello. How are you on this beautiful Sunday?
We woke up sick as shit. Sick as two dogs.
Do me a favor. You know how it goes. We gotta invite people. So maybe share. Invite some friends to watch. It's going to be an interesting topic because Eddie's gonna reveal that he is not monogamous. Why are we so blurry?
Are we? No, we ain't that blurry. I think you just got tore up internet. Yo, like I'm sweating like crazy.
Then take off the shirt.
No, it's not that. You gotta sweat out the germs or the virus or whatever. This is what happens when you be walking outside with no coat on and you think, oh, you know.
No, it's what happened when you smoke too much.
Bro,
and you're in the cold.
I quit smoking.
Liar! Everyone that was a meeting of souls, you haven't seen him smoke?
No one seen me smoke.
You're a freaking liar. Yo, I'm
Besides, like maybe two people seen me smoke.
Okay, I'm not even gonna talk to you.
What are you talking about? Regardless, wear a coat when you're outside.
How's your weekend? Y'all can talk to us while we do this. How was y'all's weekend? What y'all do? Did y'all have sex this weekend?
I feel like you feel some sort of way about that.
I just want to hear about it.
That's gonna be that.
It's gonna make me feel
that's
better.
Gonna make you feel better.
Yeah, if I hear about it.
Oh.
What?
No, I feel you.
All right, babe. Have you come up with a question? Because I'm almost done. Lou one said nope.
She ain't had none either?
No, she ain't had none either. Exactly. Stephanie said trying to live through us. I am.
Don't do that.
I am. No, I'm trying to live through them.
Oh, facts. Okay,
so Stephanie, tell me how it went. I was just saying.
All right. So, you gotta get started before I can.
Okay.
Hold on. You got the first. Yeah. Let's go.
We still need someone to do this job. So
yeah, for real.
Anyone is open and ready to want to be a part of Talk That so they can do this in the beginning. So we don't get yelled at that it takes too long till we start.
Private messages in your inbox. Yo, we don't like the fact that it takes 10 minutes for y'all to get started.
All right, you ready? It's 8:05 and I'm hot as hell. My name is Mary. Backtrack. Let's go.
That was whack.
It's 8:05 and it's Talk That time. My name is Mary Sunshine. I'm your favorite host. And to your left we have...
It's your boy Eddie Monster. What's good with you?
Yeah! Today we're going to talk about polygamy and or monogamy. And Eddie has this first question. I don't know why. You have to ask the opening question so people can
opening question is...
If the question is why I'm...
Well, first of all, we need the definition of monogamy.
No, because people have to... This is what we do. You're not been... Okay, so Kenneth.
I don't want to start with you.
We do an opening question, so while we explain and everything, people have time to write in the comments their answer to the question. So what is your opening question? Oh my God.
My question, are you open to polygamy or polyandry? Do you know what that is?
People don't even know what.
That's what I told you. You should get the definition first.
Listen, this is the question. Do you guys believe that monogamy is still... Hey, Ebru, do you guys believe that monogamy is still realistic in today's times?
That question's weak, though.
Okay.
Okay, I got a better question.
Okay,
I got a better
what's your
question. Check it out. Do you think polygamy is the same thing as having... Oh, that's a good question. Is polygamy the same thing as having a side chick or a side dude? Is that polygamy? You don't think that's kind of like...
No, it's fine.
It's okay.
Okay,
Oh, so I take your question?
No.
We can answer yours first.
No. Lou answered mine and she said, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, what? Oh, hers?
Yeah.
What was your question?
Can in today's time...
Monogamy survive?
Yeah. I know a lot of people that don't believe that it can survive.
Monogamy? To be monogamistic?
Well, explain what is monogamy.
I try to get this definition when we started.
Monogamy means to be only married to one person or be serious with only one person. By the book it says married, but let's just say relationship. You're only with one single person. That's monogamy. Polygamy is when you have multiple, if you're saying it.
Side chicks?
No, polygamy means technically by the book you're married to more than one person.
More than one person.
But if we would talk about everyone and everybody, then it's more than one relationship.
I got what you're saying.
Okay, so with that being said, sorry, we just got a message. So with that being said, Lou said polygamy is all parties being in agreement with multiple relationships. All parties, though.
Okay.
So all parties gotta be excited and want to do this. If you and me in a relationship and you live in a polygamy relationship and I'm living a monogamous, then you're cheating.
Because I didn't tell you.
Yeah.
Because you don't know.
Both parties have to be agreeing to the fact that...
I got a question, though, because she said, hold on, side chicks, guys is a secret, so it's not acceptable.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie, some of y'all women know dudes that side chicks, and some of y'all are fine with it. So I mean, therefore that would be that would be like a polygamy relationship.
What are you talking about?
Some
Who
girls,
are you today?
no, listen, it's facts. I seen it on Facebook. It has to be real. Some people's dudes have female. All right, goddamn. Some people's dude got side chicks, and they the female, and they know that they do. Got a side chick, and they okay with that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If I had another girl and you knew about the other girl, but you like, yo, you love me so much. That's pretty much how. Cause man, let's get to the bottom of it. That's how I see this whole polygamy anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's a dude sitting here being like, yo, I want another wife, and the girl, she fine with that. You know what I'm saying? But usually this shit ain't happening. Just like side chicks, it's not happening like everywhere. You gotta hide it. That's why they go out into the mountains and shit and do this shit.
Babe, you can't mix fundamentalists with regular people. Yo, so this is the problem right now, and he's driving me insane. We watched a freaking documentary on Netflix.
Y'all gotta watch
and
this
so
shit.
he thinks that everybody is like this because we watched Mormons that believe that the Bible says that you're supposed to have as many wives and kids as possible to be more godlike. Those are fundamentalist Mormons that decided that past 1890 that they are not going to listen to what Mormons are saying and that they're going to continue. And because he watched one documentary, one episode, every polygamist is that.
Because that's what I'm saying.
No,
polygamy is polygamy. Whatever they whatever
Spell
they...
polygamy.
Huh? What is it? Whatever they... spiritual feelings and whatever they Mormons and all right, that's over there. We're talking about polygamy. How does that change just because they Mormons? You know what I'm saying?
It
I don't
changes
see you can't
because
change the definition
polygamy,
of that.
if you know the definition, you're right. But if we was to take out the married part, you can also be in a polygamous relationship when both parties have decided that you can have sex with the other person, or that even you can have a relationship to an extent with another person. That's also a polygamous relationship. So it's just an open relationship.
Just an open relationship.
If you want to give it the easier name because you can't spell polygamous, yes.
Nah, why we come out with big words for something that's so simple? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. If it's something different, well, whatever, man. Are you
Ask
frustrated?
you a question. No,
I don't have a question.
It's because you're.
I ain't gonna lie. All right, what effects do you think that this has on some of the children? So we're not talking about fundamentalists, right? We're talking about everyone.
We're not gonna talk about fundamentalist Mormons. Take the Mormon part out because
y'all gotta watch this documentary on Netflix. That's what got me tore up. You know what I'm saying? I seen it and I was like, yo, this shit seems like a cult. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, we're not talking about them. They're a special breed and everything. So we're just talking about us. You know what I'm saying? Normal people that practice polygamy. So,
us. So you are one too?
Am I? Nah. I could never be. I thought about it, and I'm not good at that shit. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not good at being.
So
I wouldn't be a big. Yeah.
You was just good at cheating.
Yes.
Okay.
Because both parties didn't know. Listen, for me, and I'll be honest, man, and that's why I don't see how people can do it. They got more than one wife, you know what I mean? Because I don't feel like you can love one person the same. Like, I don't think that. Like, let's say I got you, and I got another girl, and I got another girl. Two of y'all is getting the short end of the stick.
But
one of you, I probably don't even like.
But what if you have different? Okay, you have me, and you love to do them boyish things with me. So we watch football, we go to a bar together and do all this stuff. But then you have this other girlfriend. She's like the really girly girl. She gets her hair done, her nails done. That's a girlfriend you want to take out to the club or to whatever special events because she looks really good. And then you have another girl that for some reason is, I don't know, don't let me lie. She knows how to clean and cook and sew and do everything in the house, but you don't never want to take her outside because he's ugly as hell.
And all three of these motherfuckers know each other.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, that shit crazy. First of all, if you can find that shit, that shit crazy.
That's
just crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That shit don't exist.
What's up, Ryan Johnson? Lou said, open relationship. One or both parties are able to indulge in casual encounters with or without each other, but it's acceptable.
Right. So it's cool. So what is it called? I guess that's what it is. It's just an open relationship. So that's not the same because polygamy it doesn't just concern itself with one person, right? That's what we're saying. That's why it's open. So if we're talking about polygamy, it's not just me having multiple partners and you being okay with
What's
it.
What's up, Michael P?
It's both of us at the same time having multiple people.
No, and that's where it changes. So there's polygamy. Polygamy means marrying multiple spouses. That's polygamy.
Yeah.
Then there is polygyny. That's a man has multiple wives. There's polyandry. That's a woman having multiple husbands.
I heard they don't like that one.
And then there's group marriages, which there's multiple people being married with each other regardless of the sexes. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Angie. So once again, you have polygamy. That's the overall topic. One marrying multiple spouses, right? That's polygamy. Then you go down into it. There's polygyny. That's a man having multiple wives. Hey, Nikita, nice to see you. Then there's polyandry. That's a woman having multiple husbands. And then there's group marriages where it's a mishmash of spouses with all types of sex. So it could be a man and a woman married, and then a woman and a woman married, and a male and a male married, and they're all living in one household.
This shit is insane, yo. That's fucking crazy. What? And they got kids.
They could have kids.
Yo, so what do you feel about that?
Let me ask you a question. Everyone that tuned in, do you? No. Okay, ladies, I'm gonna change it. Ladies, can you see yourself being a polyandry? A polyandry is, hey Jessica, a polyandry is one wife with multiple husbands. And then fellas, can you see yourself being a polygyny, which means you have more than one wife?
I answer for the fellas. The fellas gonna say.
Nikita said sounds messy. What's up, Emily?
The dudes is gonna say hell. Well, some of them might.
Well, why would men always want to have more than one woman? But now, if it's in the open, you trying to tell me if you had a wife.
I'm saying there's pros and cons. I'm not saying.
What are the cons? What are the pros?
If I got 3 wives, I really don't have to do shit. Like there should be no reason that I have to do anything. You know what I'm saying? You got 3 women because they live together, right?
See, Micah says he can.
He can't. You can? I'm saying he can't. I can't. I can't do that.
Said
shit.
That sounds messy.
That's what I'm saying.
It's too much work.
That shit sounds like
Angie
some.
said, "Hell no, I'm not sharing."
I asked
Ibra
my wife
said
if she
no.
wasn't having it. yo, bro, that shit sound like some. What's that little show that used to kill people?
I would be happy to even find one husband.
Oh Lord, I'm just saying, man. Like, I don't want to deal with 3 women. Like, for real. Like, 3 different Yo, I cannot. This is what I think about when I think about polygamy. If I could do this shit, right? I think about being with my the first wife. We'll just say that. Married her the longest, right? We sitting in home, we cooling, we chilling, and we get in a fucking argument. And then that day, you know, because I got to rotate between wives and shit. So that's her last day. That's her last day. We in an argument. And then I'm going to my next wife, and we had just got done arguing, and we ain't never settled the shit. So now I'm going from one argument to another, and I got to wait a couple days before I even get to my third wife for shit to just be cool and for me to get some relaxation. Hell no. I don't have time for all that. And then you cannot tell me. I got 4 sisters. I've been around a lot of females. You cannot tell me females ain't jealous. I don't give a fuck if you agreed, but I don't care if you agreed to be in a relationship or you agreed to have multiple wives and stuff like that. You can't tell me if people ain't jealous.
Naturally jealous.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I feel like somebody could get cut. Like that shit sound dangerous when you messing around with all that stuff, feelings and different wives, and then I don't know how dudes can do it, man. I couldn't imagine walking out to my second wife and then my first wife be like, "Yo, I seen you with her yesterday." What you talking about?
No, but they know.
Yeah, but she like, I feel like you smile at her more than me. We all married. Why is we even having this conversation? I know them conversations gotta go. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Are you on the Wi-Fi?
Nah. Yeah, my Wi-Fi? Yeah.
On yours? Yeah. Or are you on the regular?
I'm on the regular.
Yeah, get off.
Alright.
Alright, so the interesting part about polygamy is, so that's men having multiple wives. It does come from the Bible. It does, well, not from the Bible, from a religious point of view. It says that one man is supposed to have multiple wives to make as many kids as possible, and you have it in the Bible and the Quran and in the Torah.
It says verbatim that.
I'm not gonna say it says verbatim. You have to go ahead and read the Bible.
I know, and does anybody know about this? Because I don't want to get the line about the Bible or nothing.
I don't want to get the line about the Bible.
I know the Bible says that you're supposed to spread, multiply.
Yeah, you're supposed to make as many babies as possible.
You can do that with one woman, though.
No, because all the ladies, you don't want to have, I don't know too many people that want to have 8, 12 kids. When we was watching that show yesterday, they had 17 kids.
That was one of them. One of them had 27 kids.
No, that was not one.
One of them
This is what I'm
27.
talking about. Why are we even watching shit when you just lying about
one of them
facts?
said 27 kids.
No,
all
it was
total.
3 women, 3 wives. Yeah, then not one person has 27 kids.
But all 3 of them compared. Yeah, okay, you're right.
I hate your face.
No, you're right.
No, you pissing me off. My kid's too hot.
As a collective, they had 27 children. One dude had 27 children with 3 girls.
Jasmine said that's too much stress for me. Angie said men couldn't even handle more wives. They're on their ass the whole time. Nah. Jessica said, good evening, and that's a no for me. I don't play well with others. I want him all to myself. But this is what I'm saying. Ladies, y'all okay. So, one thing I'm going to explain it again. Ladies, polyandry is a woman having multiple husbands. So, what I'm asking the ladies is, can you see yourself being a polyandrist, which means you have more than one husband? Can you see yourself doing that? That's what I'm asking, because y'all kept saying that y'all don't want to be sister wives. I understand. I don't want to be a sister wife. But can you see yourself having brother husbands?
I got a question. Yo, Mike P, because you answered the question for the dudes, and you was like, yeah, I can do it. So my question for you is, if your wife would have came up to you and was like, hey, what you think about another husband or 2 in the household? You would have rocked with that? You'd have been like, yeah, it's cool. How would that went down?
Michael P said, there's always someone to watch the kids. Multiple incomes. When someone doesn't feel like being intimate, there's always someone available. Multiple people clean the house. Multiple women cook dinner. He ain't lying though. Ibra said what's the word?
Well,
we have a TV for this.
Yeah, we went right there. Oh yeah, to conservative and old fashioned. If we ended up being with multiple partners at the same time, the whole point of married and committed. What would be the whole point of being married? And
That's
committed?
the point, but that's the thing.
You could be married and committed to several people.
So here's the thing, right? This is what we seen with the show. Let's say we wanna. What was it? It wasn't recruit. There was a word for it. So Eddie and me, we're married, and we think Ebru could be a great courting. That was the word.
Yeah.
We think so. This is how it works with the Mormons. So Eddie and me are married, and we think Ebru would be a great fit for the family. So what we would do, we would court you, which means you come over, you hang around us with the kids, and
all that.
You always spend time with us and whatever.
But we can't smash and we can't
you
kiss. You guys
can't kiss. You guys can't hold hands. You guys can't do nothing. Because technically, if he's not married to you, then he would be cheating. Even though you're courting right now, even though you're getting to know us and we getting to know you, you're not allowed to have any sexual or physical contact until you say I do.
Y'all gotta watch it. I think it's called Three Men. What is it?
Three Wives and
Three
One Man.
Wives and One Man. Watch that shit on Netflix, man.
Lou said, okay, Michael up for debate. The man can pick up the slack. What's the need for multiple women and being intimate? Why not a nanny? Good point. Nikita said, fuck that. Michael P. The Bible only restricts. The Bible only restricts bishops and deacons to one wife.
He said free game for everyone else. I don't know if that meant the dudes or not. When I asked him the question.
What do you think, Jenny? Do you think would you be a polantry? Would you want to have more than one husband? Lou said, Mary, my ovaries can't take it after the first one. Exactly. Women are not really. There's not too many women that I know that want to have more and more and more kids. Like my mom with 5 kids, I'm looking at her like, damn, you really did that with 5. I don't see how some women have 7 or 8 or 9 kids. Like your stuff has to, like, if you go in, it's like this, right? And then it has to be like this.
I think you have a good reproductive system. What are you talking about?
Cause the baby, when it comes out, right? Let me explain to you.
I don't really want to talk about this. I already know.
When the baby comes out, it's like really tight. That's why it hurts. The head hurts and whatever. And then it gets it's not easier and easier, but the head is really tight, hard. So when something goes in, right? Now imagine you have this process 9 times. Something comes out.
Yeah, y'all reheal though. Y'all bodies is
no, like if you don't do no pelvic thrusts
oh my God.
and Kegels, ask the ladies.
I don't think y'all
they want to put it in us. They want to put the semen in us. They want us to reproduce, but they don't want to learn how it really works to bounce back.
I feel like you're getting something off your chest right
now. Yes,
I am. Man, I had a question and you just went off that whole left
said,
side.
I am biased. That wouldn't go down. To your question.
Oh, that you no, why not? Why would it be fair for her or for you to have multiple wives, but for her not to have multiple husbands?
What's up, Elizabeth?
If you're gonna go one way, you gotta go the other. You can't just restrict one half and say, nah, she can't have no. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's fair.
Jessica says, I don't want that either. I'd be happy to find one good energy I want to be with. I agree. One good energy is enough. You don't need 3 half ones. Michael P said, answering to Lou, the man can and in most cases does pick up slack, but he wouldn't need to. There will be plenty to share the load. Being intimate, meaning when one person is not in the mood, there's no pressure. Nanny costs money and may not have the same values as what you want in the household. Hey, Joanna. Well, here's the thing. What I will say when it came to... Whoa, Aqua Dawn said my grandma had 20 children that all came out of her. Aqua Dawn.
And not one twin.
Huh?
She said 0 twins. Gave birth to 20.
Oh, down. Gave birth to 20, carried more, 0 twins.
That means she ain't having. They was all different kids. It wasn't like she had like 10 or 4. That's what I'm saying, man.
What's up, Ashley? What's up, Vanessa? 20 kids.
Your body is built for that, though. Like, that's
no, how would you even know? I'm not even gonna have this you. You're making me mad. Eva said, no, couldn't do that. Or I'm too loyal to myself. Fuck that. That's just crazy.
If I had to choose, I'd be rather a sister wife than a wife of multiple husbands. Not sure the proper terminology of either situation.
No, sister wife is true. So why, Jenny, why would you want to be a sister wife? I'm going to tell you this. What I did like about this, there was families where you could tell that they did not like the whole sister wife thing. I don't know why they signed up for it, but they didn't like each other.
So what's a sister wife?
A sister wife is if you're the husband, I'm your wife. Then there's another female that's your wife, and then
so y'all call sister wives. That's just stupid. All right, got it.
How do you?
Got it. Come on, let's keep going. Keep going.
You make me.
Why am I making you
because
mad?
Because you talking about it like you know about it, but you don't even know the easiest terms. Like we watched the shit yesterday. What?
I was focused on why they lived in the side.
No, you was focused on that they are crazy living in the rocks.
Yeah, this cause like we're not gonna get on it. I just don't think it's possible in a real, you know what I'm saying, community. And I think that's why they go ahead and build, like, they go out so far and stuff because they know it's crazy.
It wouldn't be supported by today's world. Of course not.
Why do you think that?
Huh?
Never mind.
Why do I think what?
Yeah,
no, you talk about it.
Why do you think it's not supported? Do you think that is natural?
What is natural?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Okay, we talk about natural. When you look in the Bible, there is freaking men laying with daughters and
That's true.
Okay, so what is natural?
I don't know, man. I'm just saying. I couldn't do it. I'm just talking about me, man. I'm just talking about me. Could
Jennifer
you do it?
Dawn said, to have a sister wife, here's the problem why I don't think I could have a sister wife. It's because I'm jealous. Even if I'm the main wife, the first wife, or whatever the case may be, the whole point of having a sister wife or having a sister wife is that we all supposed to be loved by the husband equally. Get the fuck out of here. Don't even touch me.
Why?
Because you're making me mad.
Why are you making me mad?
Jennifer says, I can't even deal with one man. Yuana said, I think one man is enough. Jasmine says, in some cultures like Africa, for a man being polyamorous and having multiple wives shows wealthness. Yeah, true. And the number one wife pretty much has to accept the fact that her husband wants 2 or 3 wives. That is true. In Africa, that is a thing. And when you're shown that you're wealthy, why? Because you can take care of more than one woman. Which, if you have more than one woman, you also have more than 1 or 2 kids. And if they're all living good and they're all healthy, then you're wealthy. And that's how the village or wherever you are, usually the village is going to look at you like you're a king.
Yeah, that's another reason why I couldn't do this. I don't know if I could be able to financially take care of 3 different.
But they can all work. That's where Michael P is not lying.
But you also got to think, each woman is different. So you go ahead and court her, and she was hiding some shit while you was courting her. Then you get married to her, and then you figure out she don't work. Now you got a whole family with a whole different 3rd wife who don't work and do nothing. Well, she can stay at home and watch the kids. Then.
She can, exactly. Then the other 2 wives, or maybe 1 wife, because it's not always 3. I don't know why we keep talking about 3. Yeah. Sometimes it's only 2 or whatever. Then those can go to work, and she watches all the other 26 kids.
She gonna be stressed the fuck
Yeah, that's
out.
why they all pop pills and stuff. You remember?
That ain't even funny, but.
Michael B said, I asked my wife about it again and see what she says. What's up, Meek Warner? It is illegal in today's world. I do think it's natural. It's not illegal everywhere in the world. Lou said, if the woman doesn't want to be intimate, does that mean to go to another woman? I believe unconditional love is reserved for one person. And nanny does cost money, but it takes a village to raise a child. Think of how many people put into you, me, any child.
So this is the thing too, right, that I noticed. They had a fight on a TV show, right? Because one wife, all right, so check it out. It was the anniversary of the 2nd wife. We'll just say the 2nd wife. But before he was at that, he was with the 1st wife. So him and the 1st wife, if y'all follow me, had an argument. But it turned over to the next day. He got to go to the 2nd wife, right? You know? Why you laughing? Y'all got me, right? So y'all follow me. So now he with the 2nd wife on their anniversary. Guess what? The 1st wife is calling the whole day. Mad as shit, like, yo, la la la. So she ruined the
Second
second wife's anniversary. So now the second wife and the first wife, they got beef going on for like 3-4 months. They not talking to each other. These niggas stay in the same house. She not talking, and then they talking shit. There's 3 wives. So the third wife, the first one, she going over there telling her like, yo, she ain't shit. She messed up my anniversary. And shit. Yo, watch that shit, cuz. That shit crazy. That's what I'm saying. If this was like regular, like, man, you couldn't have some people that I know doing this shit. People would end up dead. Like, oh, I know she didn't call during my day. She only get one day, you know what I'm saying? And the other girl ruined her shit, man.
Okay, let me ask you another question. Do you guys think that love is cursed by monogamy? Do you think love is cursed by monogamy?
That sounds like a real, like, educate.
Yeah,
Let me wrap my brain.
Is love cursed by monogamy? So I'm going to tell you why. If we was to say, going back in Bible time or whatever, that one male is supposed to multiply and have as many kids as possible, and a male is a man can love multiple women. Let's say that, right? Mm-hmm. Wouldn't he be cursed because he's only supposed to be with one person, which is monogamy? Mm-hmm. When you're in our head is you're in love with one person, you stay with one person, so technically love will be cursed by monogamy. But if you're a polygamist, mm-hmm. you can love multiple people, then you would give love to multiple people, you would make multiple kids, then you're not cursed.
Nah, all right, so check this out. For me personally, my love, all right, I get what you're saying, but monogamy couldn't curse love.
Patricia.
Because if I could just love one person, I understand what you're saying, share love to everybody in the world, la, la, la. But I could just give this one person all maximum amount of my love and love and love. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And we could just rock out together. I cannot, this is, and to the other part of that, I cannot have 3 or 4 different wives or side chicks. And yeah, I can give them all love, but that's what I'm saying. Somewhere, somebody is not going to receive the same amount of love as another one. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be with you, and I'm going to be looking at the other girl like, damn, every time I wake up next to her, her breast stink. Mary breast don't stink. And so I'm not going to love her. I'm going to be looking at her funny when I wake up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think you can love. I don't think it's possible to love 2 people the same exact amount. I don't think
so. You're trying to tell me you don't love your kids the same exact amount?
No, I don't.
You don't love your kids the same exact amount?
No, it depends on the day. I love them both to death. But you know what I'm saying? During days, do I give one more love than I give the other? Yeah, of course. On another day, this one, I can't give them both 100% of the love. We seen the same shit today. Why you asking me that question? We was out to eat today, right? And there was a brand new little baby, and it was a girl.
She was like maybe she could sit by herself and walk, so she wasn't a baby.
All right, but she was a baby.
A toddler.
She was a toddler, an older baby. And then you had the little boy. He was probably about what, 5, 6?
No, he's like 7, 8.
He's like 7, 8. He wants so much attention from his mom. And his mom ain't paying attention to her. Why? She paying attention to the cute little baby girl or the older toddler that was sitting there. And so we sitting here just watching it for like 3-4 minutes. The boy actually left. He was in the restaurant. He left the whole table and was walking around the restaurant. She had no inclination that this dude was even gone.
He was standing on the other side yelling, Mom, nothing.
Somebody could have walked out with the child. That ass. So, like, yeah, you know, that's what I would say.
I guess. I see what you're saying.
Do you?
What?
What's your answer to your question about love? Do you think it's...
But for me, I don't believe in polygamy. So, it's not cursed for me. I know a lot of people that are incapable of, or thinking or feeling like they're incapable of being only with one person. Yeah. I know a lot of men that even if they love their woman and all of that, they still feel like they have to go to a swinging club, or they still feel like they have to be on these web pages where they talk to other females. How many male friends do you have, or guys, or even females that go out and they have to have sex here and there every now and then, or even when you go on a date and give other person all this attention, or they give you all this attention and you take it in. to a certain extent, you're already doing something that you're not supposed to do. So if we're talking polygamy, are we just talking about getting married or having sex with someone else? Because are you in a polygamous relationship? This is a good question. Are you in a polygamous relationship if you're starting to date multiple people all at the same time? You are in one relationship, but you're dating other people. They know that you're in one relationship, and they also know that you're dating other people. You don't have sex with them, but you keep going on dates with them.
It's one of them people don't. Nowadays, one of them people don't know that what's going on. One of them. But I see what you're saying, though. But yeah, I mean, okay, I got you.
I'm just saying. So, do you think that would be
a polygamous?
Yeah.
If I'm dating you and another girl come along and me and her going on dates and she know I'm dating you, then yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I guess I'm in a polygamous relationship. I guess it goes back to what you said. I'm in a polygamous relationship. You not in a polygamous relationship because you don't know about it. And then you know. What I'm
but
saying?
if I know about it, you do it, I do it. Like what I'm saying is, you and me are married. Now you start going on dates with Yuana. I'm going on dates with Stefan and Michael P. And then you also going on dates with Lou and Vanessa. But we know, but we're not having sex with them.
Yeah.
Are we in a polygamous relationship? Or would you or do you consider that only an open relationship?
I don't know what the fuck type of
I don't know either. You guys can tell us maybe. Let me read. Okay, so Luana said, I am too jealous to accept other wife. I got you. Stephen Roman says, this is my fucking dude. Check him out. Do you know him?
Roman? Yeah.
Michael B said, no, I do not believe it's cursed by monogamy. Lou said, yes, I was raised to cater and to love one man. Jenny said, jealousy would a natural and expected reaction, I think. At times, it would be unavoidable. But honestly, us as women are amazing. We work, raise children, take care of the household. The only thing we can do is procreate with each other. Men, we love y'all and need y'all, but not that much. What would be the point of women having multiple husbands? What would be the benefit?
You could be a freak.
The freak part, maybe no.
And because nowadays, what if the husbands is, you know what I mean?
What if the woman just stays home? You have multiple men at home, and all they do is cater to you. So
they all go out and work.
They all bring money home. You ain't got to do nothing.
Hell,
all you do is bring kids to the world. But then you have to be with them at home.
Yeah.
But no, not necessarily, because you have 3 men or 2 men that make good money. You just have nannies.
Yeah, but like but you gotta work that out with the dudes, cause a lot of dudes ain't gonna have that shit. Like, nah.
Michael P said, but some also do not marry for love. Marriage is also business arrangement.
That's true. True.
Lou said, well, that's a different kind of love. Michael P said, as a business relationship, some marry for security, over time learn how to love the other one they're with. I personally believe love is a choice.
Yeah,
it is a choice.
Yeah, it is a choice. Who you like?
Hold on. Do you believe in love at first sight?
Do I?
Yeah.
No.
Is there love at first sight?
I don't think you
because
can.
If you have love, okay.
I walk in a room, I look at you, the fucking stars are aligned, boom, and then we ain't even said a word to each other, and then we just in love. Nah, I think that shit's stupid.
No, well, it doesn't you're not like automatically in love, but it's an instant connection, an instant chemistry, an instant.
Yeah, I guess.
Jasmine says, you can't give your wife's husband all the same unconditional love. I'm with you, Eddie. My grandpas had multiple wives, and they all had a wife they loved more than the others, which caused trouble between the wives.
The other wives, right?
Jasmine, let me ask you, do you know how many wives they had, and do you know what the problems was? Like, okay.
It's gonna be just for women, man. Women don't like other women above them. So even though they enter this relationship and they sister wives, sisters don't like sisters. You know what I'm saying? And these motherfuckers ain't related. So they sitting over here.
As your sister joins.
They sitting over here, and then you take me out to. Let's say you did something for me, right? You gave me flowers. Oh, you just gave me flowers over a meeting or so. So you gave me flowers, right? Let's say my other wife was in the audience. So when you gave me them flowers, I'm giggling and kiki and all that shit. But then the next day I'm with her and she like, yo, that's crazy. You got flowers from Mary the other night. And I was like, yeah, that was so dope. She was like, you don't remember 2 years when I gave you flowers? You didn't have that same reaction. That's what? Yo, that's a setup. And then what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And then that little that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised they do have these communities and they don't have anything bad happening in the communities.
Okay, yeah.
As in law. Because
but I think because they're so religious, so it's like
kill you, thou shalt not kill.
Yeah.
I know they be having a lot of nameplates, man. Yeah.
Michael says, I thought polygamy is only marriage. Yes, that's what we're saying. By the book, polygamy is only
But we're talking
marriage.
about like...
We're talking about everything. We're putting it in a bigger spectrum.
Yeah.
And Lou said that's an open relationship when I was saying...
Yeah,
that's an open relationship. Shonda May said, I wouldn't want nobody like that, period. What do you mean, Shonda? Because we talked about a lot of things now.
Yeah, we gotta catch up.
Yeah, open relationship. So we're just talking about open relationship. What's up, Robert? Nidra? Robert said, hell to the no. Of course. Michael P said, can you love someone you don't like? My wife and I have had rough patches, but we choose to continue loving each other and work through those patches.
Can you love someone you don't like?
Yes.
Of course you can.
There's a lot of times I love Eddie, but I don't like him in the moment because he's annoying. I don't think it's a... I would be more scared if you like your husband or wife, but you don't love them.
That's well put. I like
that.
That would be... you love me. No, facts. I definitely think you can.
Deidre, you be lying. You said you into polygamy. Just kidding. That just kidding came later. I don't know what you doing. What was you saying?
No, that whole comment about can you love someone you don't like? Yeah, man. I think a lot of people, and I don't know if it works with polygamy, but unfortunately, a lot of people settle because they think it's like they use a bar, right? And they get 70% of what they want.
Hi, Sophia.
And they're somewhere in life that they don't think that they can reach to that 100%. So they like, yo, this is the highest I ever got. I got 70% about what I want, and then I'm gonna roll with that. But you gotta understand.
Remember, I'm so sorry because I was just thinking about Patricia's poem. Remember the translator?
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm 41 and I have not been married and I have not
been
for because she has decided.
Oh, that shit was dope.
Yeah, that shit was dope because she has decided that for her, I'm not going to settle or half-ass it just because, so society can say.
Because I'm happy right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I see where you're coming from.
I think a lot of people.
You get Sophia.
So if you was translating that over to polygamy and stuff like that, I guess some of these wives and stuff, let's say they just wanted to be a housewife or something. Wouldn't that be the same thing as, I'm going to get into this marriage or I'm going to get into this and be courted and get into this family because I love being around kids, so I'll be the wife that I don't really love them that much.
Because I think one of those couples or families, the main wife, they were only married for less than a year and then she was like, we should just get another person in. And that's those that was arguing the whole time. We have the first, second, and third. Those two were always arguing, and the first one was like, "Why y'all mad?" She would never feel no sort of way about nothing, and I think it's because she didn't really care. It was like... It
was just something to do,
Yeah, and then let's be real. So that's another thing.
And she was the only one who was established because she had a job. She worked as like a nurse or something, wasn't she?
No, they all had. They
all had jobs?
Yeah, besides
one
the
of them
last one.
Yeah.
But the first one also had her own house. The second and the third were sharing apartments. Well, they had the apartments.
Oh, right next to each other. Yo, that's another thing. I gotta ask y'all a question, right? So it's the same thing. So, right, if you already got two houses, so we can call it, since we're talking about everything, we can call it polygamy, we can say side chicks, we can say side dudes.
Real quick, remember that. Yo, everyone that tuned in, thank you so much for being here. Do me a favor, share the video and comment and talk to us. This is going to be interesting. Okay, babe, go ahead.
She's saying it. She said, Nidra said, a lot of women allow their men to have side chicks. Might as well tell him to invite her home so she can help you cook, pay bills, and clean.
So you can't just jump down to comments and
I'm
pick
sorry.
the comments.
So my thing is, if we relate polygamy to side chicks, side dudes, all this other stuff like that, right? How would y'all feel about living next? Would it be easier for you to know that she stay across? I got a woman way over town. That's good to me. Would it be better if she stayed across the city with her little family and he left and played dad over there and then came back so you didn't see it? Or do you think you would want to see everyone interacting with each other? You know what I'm saying? I want to see how he act with them kids. And that's another thing. I want to see how he play with them kids over there.
Niggas over there. I don't want to see that shit. We can have Sundays together.
All of us?
Like yeah. We can have like one day together. And then I honestly feel like it should be like, okay, let's say you was married with another female, right? Like the other family has to stay a little bit further away. Like they can be in K-Town. We in Hauptstuhl.
They like be 35, 40 minutes away.
Yeah, they can be further away. And then I don't feel like you should do one day here, one day there like they do. Mm-hmm. I feel like you should do 3 days here and then 3 days there. And then one day we all get together.
Okay. Would you want the weekends or the weekdays?
Jenny says, when it boils down, I feel like polygamy is a business arrangement and it benefits all. It can. I do think it can. Jessica says, I believe in that instant chemistry. Thank you, Jessica. I truly believe most people just entertain the thought of love to avoid being alone. Exactly. Agreed. The real thing is beyond, and once you feel how powerful the exchange of true and one is, you can't entertain just anyone.
We still wasn't like.
But no, Jessica, I agree with you 150%, and that's what I was saying. I wish you would have heard the poem. I feel like Patricia, you should just write the poem, put it in this group. It is great, and I know Jessica is one of those women too that are older, and it's not just gonna jump on a relationship just to have a relationship, even though society's like, well, you already time is ticking, you gotta because if you know what's real, you know what's real, and you're not just
you don't want to miss out on something. Because you know the bad problem about that. What happens is, man, you I seen it. You know what I'm saying? You wait for that opportunity. And then you just jump on it because of what society says. Mm-hmm. And then whatever your quality of life, however your life was going, it seems like it goes worse. Like you got what you got what you was looking for or whatever, and it's not all the way like exactly what you. And so now, like how happy you was and shit is actually going down, rather than if you was just by yourself chilling. You know.
Michael P was replying to Jessica's and says that sounds more like infatuation that wears out after a while. I don't think it sounds like infatuation. I know what you mean, but instant chemistry and exchanging energies is not necessarily infatuation. Infatuation to me is when I have physical chemistry with you.
See, okay. I was just looking at CC because she petty. CC, you petty as shit.
Robert says, me too. One woman is enough work for me if you care about her. That is true. What's up, William? What's up, Sequin? What's up, Patrick? Ich hab deine Information. Nidra said, yeah, so we can cry together. Patricia said, I think everybody does what they like. It is important that in relationships, everybody involved has the same idea on how it should be. So not one has many if the other one thinks that it just be the two of them. Agreed.
Oh, so I have the same idea on how it should be. Okay, yeah.
Because if I mean, you gonna tell me, yo, we finna have a polygamous relationship, I'll be like, what?
Yeah.
And then you suddenly the next day like, I already got married. It's
kind of wrong. Yeah.
Jasmine said they had 3 wives and the wives didn't feel treated equally. For example, the husband spent more nights with his favorite wife.
That's what I'm talking
jealousy.
about. Did they fight? I want to know. Did they
physically fight?
Physically fight, or was it just why? Or was it just like just talking shit back? Or did they just argue with him about the wives?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Did they just argue with him, or did they argue with each other?
Yeah. Cece said, "I am not with it, but do your thing, boo boo. I am selfish and petty, so I'm gonna go get me another dude too. Then be like, yo, why you mad though, bro?" I can't.
You read it like she was talking.
I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Jessica said, I like the thought of being infatuated with what you want and need instead of settling. Agreed. Patricia said she's gonna tape it and post it. Nice. What's up, Black?
Happy birthday, belated.
Happy birthday. What's up, Vanessa?
Palan. So it's funny. So a lot of, pretty much the consensus though in the group is a lot of females don't want more than one husband though. Y'all only want one dude.
They only want one dude. I don't know why.
Would y'all rather have females?
But I ain't gonna lie. Ooh.
I don't know what that's called, but would y'all rather be?
So ladies, would y'all want to no, because only female, no, because the man would still, so if you're married to a male and then you have more females, nah. Unless you are interested in females, then why would you? Nidra says she wants 3 men.
What you want to do with 3 men?
Nidra, you gonna have a lot. It's a lot going on.
Wow. Why you about to get banned from Facebook?
It's just, I was just saying.
Yo.
There will be a whole lot of work to do.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
See, Lou said, is this a safe space? I'd have a little girlfriend. Yeah, I know Lou would have a girlfriend. I think CC might have a girlfriend. She had to be banging too, though.
Would you have a girlfriend?
She would have to be banging.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if she's banging, then she can't have sex with you. Sophia said, Mary, we can't have more than one man. I'm saying
That don't even make sense. Let's go back to that. You said that she's banging, but then she can't have sex with me because she's banging.
Yeah. She's just banging. She my wife. Nigga, I'm running shit.
Fuck out.
So let's ask a question. What effects do you think what is the question?
What effects do you think this will have on your children?
Yeah.
Or the children?
So if you're in a polygamous relationship, what effects do you think it would have on children? Because think about it. If you're in a polygamous relationship and you have we're in a polygamous relationship, I have 2 kids and then for some reason I can't have any more kids. And then the other wife, she has 6 more kids. Then we have 8 kids all total. They can all be, together. You don't have. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing?
Me personally, so I guess
I
it
kind of
depends
feel
on.
like it's a good thing for the kids just to have a lot of kids. But what do you install in them?
That's what I'm saying. I can see where, well, at least they got all brothers and sisters, so they're not looking at like stepdad, dad got one over here, and he got kids over here as a separate family. They're gonna have.
What's up, Danny?
I guess they're gonna have a greater sense of family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could definitely see that to be non-biased. But the other thing about that is when you start getting into the fundamental. Yeah, once you can start getting into that type of shit with the Mormons and stuff, for me, I think that's borderline going on some cult type stuff. Like, for real. Not even trying to be funny, but when you start taking little kids out into the middle of the desert to teach them this religion that even the religion stopped doing this. Am I right? Even the religion stopped doing this. They stopped practicing polygamy, right? That's why you got to go hide and go do it and shit. So you start teaching the kids like that. Ain't that just brainwashing kids at that sense? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I think. I think you're brainwashing them to, hey, that's why I don't agree with, you got to be careful what you teach kids and stuff like that.
Yes.
And what you expose them to. So I think it's a form of, hey, this is my beliefs, and I'm going to put my beliefs on you, and I'm going to take you out here. So, because the thing about it is, when they go out to teach polygamy and stuff like this, they're not doing it. That's what I was saying about being in the cities. They're not doing it around everybody. So what? They don't have any other outlet to learn information from. They're giving them they're taking them out here to the desert or whatever. They're giving them, hey, this is the religion, this is whatever. And they don't have any,
schools.
that's what I'm saying. They get taught by their parents.
Yeah.
So they don't have any outside influence on them.
Yeah.
So you're going to learn exactly what I teach you. You're going to love exactly what I teach you. There ain't no others. There's nothing outside of polygamy.
So what do you guys think? Do you think a polygamous relationship is good for the kids, or do you think it might mess up your kid? Black says, so let's start off by breaking this down. Monogamy is not natural for the human being, Homo sapiens. Why is that people think you can't commit to the person without committing to monogamy? You can care about and be there for that one person and even have a bond with that person without having to say, I'm only going to do these things with you and no one else. Monogamy makes to where if that person cheats one time in 30 years, that whole relationship is tarnished and viewed as a lie. Just because some guy centuries ago said monogamy makes relationships solid and more credible doesn't mean it's like that for everyone. A monogamous relationship is more respected in most civilizations and societies, but does not mean a non-monogamous relationship is less valued. You used to think I was a hoe, or still think that just because I choose to commit the person instead of the idea of a monogamy. That was really well.
That was real. I'm surprised.
If y'all know Trap,
I gotta like that comment.
Yeah,
Where
I
was
would
that?
like it too.
So I can reread it. That shit was dope.
That was
slow. No, that's like you didn't miss. Yeah.
You know you have to get up too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is slow clapping. You want to do it?
No.
It wasn't that good.
No, it was good, but
no, it was really good, Trap.
I ain't gonna lie, you just changed my perception.
Yeah, I kind of have to look at it and be like, dang.
I'm like,
no.
Let's talk about
Get
that.
out of here.
Let's talk about that fine ass girlfriend, baby.
Patricia said, if you look at evolution, it makes sense. Men were made to spread their genes, and women needed to take care of children and need security, and some to protect families. So he needs to be home. Cece says, I would have a girlfriend, and you're correct, she would have to be banging. Like I said, it would raise a hell of a question for the kids once they get older. At a young age, they wouldn't care. Mm-hmm. Try harder. Lou said, I'm playing devil's advocate. Is it brainwashing if it's in the Bible? Aren't we supposed to follow it?
Say that again.
You can't read? I'm playing devil's advocate. Is it brainwashing if it's in the Bible? Aren't we supposed to follow it?
This is the thing, Lou. I got you. This is the thing, though. People interpret, it depends on how you interpret the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we was asking earlier. You know what I'm saying? Was it, is that written verbatim that men are supposed to have multiple wives and stuff? Now, I know in the Bible men do have kings and stuff. They do have multiple wives. I do know that. But also if there's certain scripture written as in, I want men to go out, multiply, go within fruit and multiply, whatever. What I was saying is, can't you still accomplish the same goal with one woman? That's what I was saying. You know what I mean? But, I mean, at the end of the day, there was men. Because, listen, what's the name? A lot of the things, even when the wife couldn't have kids, right? Mm-hmm. He didn't go out and get another wife. Mm-hmm. He only had one wife. He had maids and shit to spread. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to go get other wives and stuff. And so a lot of people...
That's in the Bible.
So, I mean, it's about who interpret. And that's why I say, why are you going so far out into the middle of the desert to preach about something that's in the Bible? I'm not going against nobody's religion or nothing like that. I'm just saying, what are you teaching and how are you... because things are always up for interpretation, and it depends on how you are interpreting the information or how you.
I wrote it down, but I never said. So polyandries, women that have multiple husbands, usually what it is that they do it in Nepal and some parts of China and northern India. Mm-hmm. It's one brother, or it's a wife. One brother or more brothers marrying one wife. So if you had 3 brothers, all y'all would marry me.
What the fuck? First of all, I'm sorry. That don't even make sense.
I'm just saying, and
nasty.
I would still, and you guys and I would have equal rights of having sex. So it wouldn't be like you're the main and I just have sex with you and the other 2 no. We all have equal rights. Well, I have equal rights to have sex with all of them.
They do it together?
No, it's not. No. Patricia says, I had to translate a marriage certificate from an African country. I don't remember from which one now. But there you could check a box if the marriage was monogamous or polygamist. That's pretty cool. He's not with us no more. He left.
Right.
Jasmine says, the last wife is oftentimes the favorite wife. What? So the oldest wife, makes sense because the last wife is young and fresh. The boobies still bouncing. Man. The last wife is oftentimes the favorite wife. So the oldest wife gets together and go against the newest wife and fight.
Yeah.
But they also argue with the husbands.
That's what's supposed to play the wife. So the oldest wife gets together and against the middle wife and fight. But they all yeah.
But it makes sense.
Yeah.
Even in that show, like it was the youngest wife that came in. That's who like everyone. There wasn't jealous because the very first family. You remember? He had two wives. They were really pretty with the long hair.
Yeah.
And then the very young one was supposed to come in.
Yeah, they would not feel like
Nah,
that.
the first one didn't care, but the second
but the other
one,
one, she would say shit. She would have little sly comments all the fucking time. Like, oh, it's funny that I'm a little older and you got a new bitch. I'm whoa.
she ain't said a B word.
A younger girl. Oh, not a new. My bad. Let me take that B word out.
God.
But yeah, a new girl. Like she was throwing mad shade, and that's why the girl probably ain't come. The girl ran away. She's back. Am I lying? The girl did not marry into that family.
He said he wanted to know an answer, and she said she wasn't ready to give an answer yet. And then he said, well, then I need to focus on my family.
Because he didn't want to get rejected, and she didn't want to get jumped by the two other previous wives, so she bowed out.
Whatever.
Yo, Jessica shot at, she said everything that Beautiful Black said. It was because he was trying to justify himself as being, as not being a hoe.
He tried it. Trying to excuse being a hoe. LMAO, but well played.
Come on, man. I can't even, I gotta get on his side with that, though. That sounded legit. I could understand. I could rock with it. You know what I'm saying? Is it really... 30 years, can you really, if you slept with somebody else, right? You just for the sleep, right? There's all
just
types
for
of...
the sleep?
Yeah, I mean, just for the sleep. There's so many beautiful people in the world, and you had that one opportunity to sleep with one of them. Why does that change your relationship?
Well, you still cheated.
But what if you... Yeah, I'm just saying. So then...
Because this is the big difference, where Jessica is saying the HOE word, and Trap is talking about monogamy and polygamy. If you and me are married for 30 years and you have sex with someone else, you cheated. It tarnishes the relationship because we have, from the jump, made the decision that we are going to be in a monogamous relationship.
Yeah.
Now, if Trap is in a relationship with someone that already knows that they're not in a monogamous relationship, and after 30 years you go and have sex with someone else, or you're doing something with someone else, then it shouldn't tarnish anything in that relationship, because it was already a stated fact that we both said we was going to be in a polygamous relationship.
So are you in a monogamous relationship? Let's say me and you invited a girl to the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Are we in, do we still have a monogamous relationship?
Yeah, we ain't married. We ain't marrying that girl. Anyway, Cece said, okay, that one wife, multiple siblings as husband is weird to me. Patricia said, neue Besen kennen gut. It's a German saying. I'm not going to explain it.
Lou said, I asked to be the first wife. Hold on, whoa. Did I miss something?
Hold on. This is because
my
you keep
bad.
jumping.
Go ahead. Do you.
You know you can read comments also instead of just jumping and bringing up whatever fits you in the moment. Cece said, I saw the wives in Kuwait. They were all together eating dinner and going out to the spa. The first wife was in charge. I mean, is she going to tell everybody, yo, chill, clean, shut the fuck up? Who knows? Nidra said, we can have like a wife to bear the children because I'm motherfucking tired. We can have one that helps the kids with the homework, one to work outside the house, one to clean the house. Okay, Nidra, if you have all these wives, what are you doing? I just want to know. You have one that bears the kids. You got one that does the homework. You got one that...
That's a whole village, man.
Work outside the house, and one to clean the house. So that's 4 wives, including you, that's 5. What is your job, Nidra? I'm just saying. You better get on the knees every day.
I want to see some of these kids that, like, you know, that start off, let's say they was born, you know, like Mormons run away or stuff like that.
Mormon runaways.
I don't know. Like, I know it has to happen. Like, they left their community and stuff, and then they go into the real world. That shit has to be traumatizing.
It has to. Lou said, okay, I was asked to be the first wife before. Polygamy is supposed to be an all inclusive agreement. The first wife is like the head honcho. Yep. She helps choose the other wives. You're absolutely correct. That is true.
The first wife is like the queen.
Yeah, she's like they're supposed to be equally loved, but the first wife picks with you the wife that's supposed to come in. It's not
all of them too.
Technically, yes. So if I'm the first wife,
yeah,
you don't just go and say, "Hey, this is who I want to bring. I'm marrying her." I would have to say no, or, blah blah blah. And when I watch all the shows, it's the women that always picked out the next wife. It's not the man.
I feel like the only way I would be down with polygamy, real shit, like be down with this whole concept. I feel like that any extra wife that I got, they had to like each other too, sexually. I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm not. I like how you put that last sexual.
Just saying.
Lou said that's a threesome. Y'all having fun. Cece said, "Oh, and their homes in Kuwait, they each had their own floor, a section of their house, but they all lived in one large house. The husband could have as many wives as he could afford to care for and kids." So if he could afford to create and take care of 8 wives, he could have 8 wives, and they all were taken care of. But as I said before, the first wife is the one in charge, and she chooses the new wives. If she doesn't like the next chick, she will not be a wife. Basically, if young Mitro don't trust you, I'm go shoot you is how they carry it. Jenny said, "I feel a healthy and nourishing environment is always going to benefiting to a child's upbringing. People have obviously grown up traumatized is socially acceptable 2-parent households. Something a polygamist tribesman said on a documentary, you love only the children which are yours. We love all of our children." You didn't get that, did you?
You love only the children which are yours. We love all of our children.
If you're in a polygamous relationship, there's 3 wives.
Yeah.
I don't have technically nothing to do with these other kids, but I love all of them. So all 27 kids are being loved by all of us instead of she's separate, I'm separate. You having these kids with all 3 of us, I'm not going to love these other 2 because I don't know them other.
Yeah, but that's an idea. That is an idea. That's a concept. That's not necessarily what's going to happen. You can't just say because we're polygamous, hey, all of our kids are loved by all of us. Because we've seen some of the people in that damn, some of them kids they didn't like. The other mothers would look at other girls' kids like,
whatever.
Are you serious?
Oh my God.
Remember when she was like, come get y'all dinner? First of all, she only made them sandwiches. She made them peanut butter jelly sandwich, but she called it dinner. And she made like 15 of them for the kids. And she was just like, come get it. And then she went back, sat on the couch, and she was popping pills. Like,
that's not even the same woman.
It don't even
You're
matter.
lying.
Like, I'm just saying.
The one that did the breakfast, the dinner was pregnant. She was not popping pills. Why are you lying to the people?
Yeah, I'm saying y'all gotta go watch this.
Yeah.
And see what I'm talking about.
Watch it and see that he's a fucking liar. Don't touch my water. Okay, listen, we're done here because you're so annoying. People, thank you so much. Yeah, and we're done, Michael.
Bang, bang.
Thank you so much for watching. Please do me a favor and like the page and share the page. Tell people to tune in or follow the page. The next event that we have is Saturday, the Great Debate. No, before that, you should come to Backwards. The Poetry Slam at Shawings. Put together by Fresh Linen. Eddie's gonna be.
If you ain't got a table, go ahead and get one.
Get a
go
table.
Online.
You
just
get
Google,
wings
you can search
too.
it. You know what I'm saying? Backwards.
Yep. Like back and then the words.
Yeah.
And then on the 17th, it's the 17th. No, on the 16th. Friday is Backwards Poetry Slam. Saturday is the Great Debate. At Rima Cafe and Lounge Stool, it's going to be a debate in a lyrical form, and it's going to be amazing.
Shout out to Hats for the Culture. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Hats for the Culture. So we don't call it Beautifully Born no more?
You can, but he just told me.
Hats for the Culture.
Yeah.
Hats for the Culture. Put a link in it, Michael P. Put a link in it. And for everyone that was at Meeting of the Souls, you guys were freaking awesome. You made me cry. The video's done, I think. I just got a message.
Can y'all see it?
Oh, we should show the shirts. Hold on, watch this.
Shit. Y'all see my shirt? I don't know because we got slow internet.
You gotta go like this. Just stand.
Why are you changing yours?
No, what are you doing?
Why you got on blue sweatpants?
Oh.
I didn't do it.
Alright, man. This is my name is Mary Sunshine. I'm your favorite host. You can
Alright. Alright, man, we out.
No, you gotta say your name.
Oh, hey, it's your boy Eddie Monster. We out.
I'm done. Go ahead. You're terrible.